Alright, so we got another movie coming up. It's based in the 1990s in New York City. An unhappy childhood for a couple major stars. This movie stars Sandra Bullock. It came out in, I say, uh, 2002. Divine Secrets of the Ya-Ya Sisterhood. Anyway, so it's a story about three older women and one young one, and one guy, dad, that throughout their whole life, the Ya-Ya sisters was put together by three, I'd say 13-year-old girls, way back in the 30s, 1937 or so. That's when it was based. Then they made a covenant, like a witch's circle. They called themselves the Ya-Ya sisters, and they made a pact of some sort, and then they stayed together, and they were actors in unhappy childhoods. And it describes how Mama was drunk and Daddy tried to pick her up, and they got divorced. The wedding and all that fun stuff. Sandra Bullock's character has an upcoming wedding. So the Ya-Ya sisters, and one of the Ya-Ya sisters was supposed to be Sandra Bullock's mother. And my phone keeps making noises, so I was trying to see what that was doing. Should leave that thing over there, but oh well. Then, so Sandra Bullock was kidnapped throughout somewhere in the movie by the other two Ya-Ya sisters. It was a crazy movie, full of heartbreak and attitude. Small love story. Bringing a family together kind of movie. It was actually a pretty decent movie. It sends a lot of interesting politic messages, but if you can get past that, it's a pretty good movie. Sandra Bullock plays the daughter of one of the Ya-Ya sisters, and they're just a bunch of crazy ladies, crazy old ladies running around. Her uncle's house. Okay, so the guy was the uncle. I thought it was the husband, but he was the uncle. Anyway, so Mama had trouble getting over this stuff. They showed her at a lake all the time, getting sunbathed and talking about drowning children and teaching them how to do that, and getting rescued and all that fun stuff. What's going on with all the other good stuff that's going on? And Sandra Bullock's upcoming husband, he's always calling, trying to find her, so he ends up at the compound or house where Sandra Bullock's being held by the other two girls to bring the family together, trying to fix the past. Which is kind of funny in a way, and kind of sad in the other way. It's not a very good movie for kids, but for an adult, for heartbreak, if you like to watch women going through it, it's a pretty good movie. It's more of a tearjerker type movie than it is anything else. Comedy drama film. Well, it wasn't really a comedy, but it was more of a drama. They called it a comedy, but it really wasn't a comedy. There wasn't really much funny in it. It was more of a drama, except for the comedy part would be Sandra Bullock's character getting hauled off to with the Ya-Ya sisters and the craziness they did, the crashing of the cars and the roadblocks and the women chasing women around Louisiana trying to get all this fixed in the 90s. It turned out to be a pretty good movie. I'm not going to get very much on this one, but that's okay. I don't have too much to say about it. It's something you got to watch for yourself, and I guess her mother was hospitalized somewhere in the middle of this. It's kind of one of those movies you got to watch for yourself, and it's really one of those movies you got to watch one time, and then it's not any good after that. I watch it about once a year since I own it. You got to get some use out of the DVD, so it comes up once a year to be watched. But it was distributed by Warner Brother Pictures. June 7th, 2002. It ran 116 minutes. It was made in the United States. It's English. They spent $27 million on it, and it made $73.8 million at the box office. So that wasn't the best news. It wasn't the worst news. It was probably just because Sandra Bullock had a fan base and they advertised her as the lead actress or actor in this movie. And it's a bunch of crazy people running around doing crazy things. It's basically what it is. And I got 2 of those up there. I thought I had more to do than I actually did. We'll get all these recorded, and I'll put my makeshift studio away, and we'll talk about another movie. Yeah, coming up shortly, you'll see all kinds of crazy movies. We're working on the D's. That's all I've got over a year. Putting movies out, all I got to is the D's. And that's saying something. Anyway, so we'll talk to you later. Bye now.